Today we'll be exploring Fort Pulaski, which is just west of Tybee Island. Here we're crossing the Savannah River to the fort. Fort Pulaski was built on Cockspur Island by enslaved and free laborers. It was a Confederate fort at the start of the Civil War and then captured by the Union Army. It later became a prison camp for Confederate officers and then later a safe haven for enslaved people. Here's the visitor center. And the fort. Wow, it has a moat. It's a pretty day, but windy. Before you get to the entrance of the fort, you'll see a small cemetery. There's a memorial for 13 Confederate officers who are buried here. They were among several hundred officers imprisoned here who were referred to as the Immortal 600. At first, they were imprisoned on Morris Island, South Carolina, during the Battle of Charleston. Then they were moved here to Fort Pulaski in October 1864. The 13 buried here died of exposure and starvation rations, and in the following spring, the remaining prisoners were sent to Fort Delaware. There was a study here in 1999 that examined the original burials, and they found additional burials that had occurred later, bringing the total up to 37 graves. So there are 15 graves identified, but no one is sure who's in the other ones. Did you get rid of them all? Did they bite? When did you realize it? You had two biting you?
Two biting me as soon as I stepped off the path.
My sister just stepped on some fire ants. It's very annoying. We've seen a few fish jumping along here. I don't know what kind they are.
See the critters? I don't know what they are.
Is it a bug or something? I can't see
like
it.
Little millipedes, but
Yeah.
harder.
Okay.
But there's a bunch of them. Maybe that's what the fish eat.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bunch of little baby minnows down there in the water. So it's teeming with fish.
Yeah, all this life down there.
I guess because it's kind of protected from the water, the main water.
Yeah, it doesn't get as much exposure. And
Yeah, it's like a little ecosystem.
yeah. Oh, look at these. Anyone coming to the fort would have went right through this area here. During the Civil War, this area was flat. They built up these mounds and used them to house powder magazines. That's an interesting material. There are a few ghost stories where people said they've walked through these magazines and they felt something pull on their arm. If you've had any unusual experiences while visiting here, let us know in the comments. So this is the demi-lune, which is a half moon that protects the fort entrance. Parts of Robert Redford's film, The Conspirator, was shot here. This entryway, or portcullis, appears in a few of the scenes where the characters are walking through it. Oh, look. There's one of those fish. Do you think it's alive?
No.
Oh, look, there are fish underneath it. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. Wow. Yeah, there's about 2 dozen fish. It looks like it's one of its gills is pulled out.
Oh, there's other fish eating it.
Yeah, yeah. It's rough being a fish.
Uh-huh.
Are they catfish or koi or something? I don't know.
I don't know what they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're eating it.
Wow.
These doors are awesome.
Yeah. Look at that. That is so cool. Mm-hmm. These doors look almost sort of medieval, don't they?
That's what I love about
Like
them.
they have, I don't know,
Yeah.
like something from Shrek or something. I don't know. Just pretty cool.
Uh-huh. It does. It looks like Shrek.
What's this, a pet bowl?
Yeah.
Is there a little dog here?
Well, probably
Puppy?
people bringing animals.
Oh, can you bring them here?
I don't know. I'm thinking, right? I would imagine.
Okay. Oh, this is cool. So they have these little rooms we can explore. Yeah. That's almost,
On board duty, we spend 2 hours on board, 4 hours off.
wow, that's much wider than the day bed at the Airbnb.
Uh-huh. Just like
Wow.
Well, they worked in 24-hour shifts, so it would be 2 hours on, 4 hours off, and then repeated. And these were the guards, so there were always rotational shifts. This is part of the drawbridge, right behind.
Oh, right here?
So this was labeled ship.
Oh, wait a minute, let's see, wait a minute. Oh, we can see a little bit of it here. They're the counterweights for the load.
This is something. Oh, pipes.
Pipes. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, is it in?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Look at this.
Oh, this has got to be somebody special.
Yeah. This has to be the guy who runs the whole thing, probably. No idea what that noise was. These are the officers' quarters. Yeah, and there's only 6. Oh, and they're not in bunks. I guess that's a big step up. It's just having your own. They would have kerosene lanterns. I mean, that's smaller than a single bed, isn't it?
I mean, to me, it's short.
Wonder what kind of bird's nest that is. Actually, it could be a swallow. Trying to be careful here. Last year I was running down some steps at Fort Clinch in Fernandina Beach, Florida. And it was a little darker toward the base of the stairs, and the stairs curved slightly. Anyway, I tripped and broke a bone in my foot, so being a little careful here. Well, here we are at the top of the fort. And there are some cannons up here. When the Union attacked this fort in April 1862 in a 30-hour bombardment, the advantage that helped them win was the use of rifled guns. The Parrott rifle or Parrott gun was considered an innovation at the time. It had grooves cut into the barrel to improve accuracy. There are nice views up here. You can see the river in the distance. Now let's head down. As you're walking around, you'll see this large fig tree in the corner of the yard. In the late 1800s, the keeper of the Cockspur Island lighthouse lived here inside the fort. He planted a grove of figs, some pecan trees. He even had some cows. Today there's one remaining pecan tree, and there's also this fig tree, which is still producing figs. While you're here, there are several trails to explore. It was really windy when we were here, so we didn't do the lighthouse trail. I've heard that this trail will get you much closer to the lighthouse, but you can't walk right up to the lighthouse because it's surrounded by water. So people who have taken the local dolphin cruises say that the cruises will get you much closer. One area that we didn't know about, and I'm providing some photos here, is that you can view an area called the Breached Corner. This is the outside corner of the fort that still shows the effects of the bombardment. This is an example of a 30-pounder Parrott bolt that's still embedded in the wall. Thanks for joining us today, and I hope you'll stop by and check this place out.